One more sec, I forgot to drink. Good evening. We are back. Holy fuck. Oh, I can't believe the power dropped out yesterday. What an absolute shit show. Well, we are back and we're trying this shit again. So let's see how long everything lasts tonight. We're starting the evening with bit of Flickerzoid. This was requested to check out the 3 Payday 3 videos. Payday 3... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. A lot of people seem to hate it, and I haven't been able to give it a shot because I haven't been able to rope anyone into getting it, so it's just going to stay in a dark corner over there somewhere. Right, let's jump on in and see what he has to say about it.
What are you doing?
Me? Just hanging
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Me?
Just hanging around.
Just hanging around.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Fleek Feud. Okay, all right, good answer, good answer. What the fuck did you just say? Calm down. All right.
Who just said cock?
Today you're gonna name 5 bullshit predatory practices that will be in Payday 3.
Oh god.
How about online only, I see? Oh my god! Can we see online only?
Microtransactions out the ass.
I said to do something and he did it! Would you like to play? I don't play games, fool.
I will.
I will be right back after these messages. Payday 3 is a game all about reclaiming your tax dollars the American way. It's 4 dudes, 1 bank,
You gotta take that tax back, brothers.
blowing holes open and diving in, trying to keep from busting your ringbacks. And in an
Rip and tear a new hole.
industry that seems hell-bent on grave robbing, it's nice to finally play something all about bank robbing. The original side hustle before door dashing, before Ubering, and after the Jack Shack. America's pastime next to wars and baseball. At least it used to be, back in the good old days. Anyways, if you're the one fellow that hasn't heard of the Payday series,
see
because
that
you're
Trump
still
boss.
trapped in a VC tunnel waiting out the Vietnam War, I say stay in there. This game needs at least 5 years to get back to that Billy Boy Clinton RP. But for the rest of us pro Payday enjoyers, let's sift through the shit, shall
I'm sorry, did that say
For
23,000
the
hours?
rest of us pro
No, 23.8 hours. He's just added a bunch of... Fleek.
Payday enjoyers, let's sift through the shit, shall we? This is the Payday 3 beta, which I received exclusive top-shelf champagne and limousine access to because I am one of the most active Payday 2 players that ever gamed. When I
boy.
forgot this shit was happening and requested
The
access
beta was
5
a
days
bit
into
of a
the beta,
dumpster.
they granted me access the very next day because they know who I am. Do you know who I am? Because they do. I'm kind of a big deal. They call me the Great White Hope of Sweden. And remember that because I have access and you don't, I am better than you. Shit, it's gone. Payday 3 is a fantastically fun game because it's like Payday 2, except you can close doors.
Wait, you can close doors? Ooh.
And as someone with some of the highest game time in Payday 2, I can really say that we wanted to be able to close doors. Also, we can slide now, which is pretty huge. Something all of us Payday 2 experts were always saying to each other as we chatted.
Oh boy. The fucking crit players will be able to just slide as all the bullets just critical miss them.
In our high playtime discords was, you know what we need? That dive flop from Call of Duty. But I guess dipping my ass in a vat of lube and sliding across the floor like a slippery seal will do. And you know what else we were saying, brother? You don't get to know because you aren't on my level. Now welcome back to Fleek Feud. Can we get a Jeff from Gifafa? With the prompt, Predator practices in Payday 3. Go ahead, Jeff. An in-game cash shop that's gonna charge you 10 times what Payday 2's DLC did for a fraction of the content. I can't.
Oh, that hurts. How about a fucking extremely aggressive anti-cheat software that's always active?
I can't believe it. Who would even think of that? Oh, please, we're on TV. There are children watching. Survey says... we'll be right back after these messages. Now let's talk about guns. Guns in this game feel solid and they sound even better. Everything has enough of an impact while maintaining that overall lightly shitted feeling that Payday players have come to know and love. And as for the sound, it's
But do they have the giant spoon?
eargasmic. You have the shrill sounds of the rapid-fire AR, the booming sounds of buckshot, and the flamboyant sounds of the SIG. Which is fitting because if you use the SIG over the
You got a Jill wielder SIG.
revolver, well then I just bet that you accepted every last romance option in Baldur's Gate, and you know what the hell I'm talking
Oh yeah, we going for the fucking tentacle fuck.
about. Bear fucker. My only
No, I was not expecting the bear.
change would be to make all of it deafeningly loud for peak immersion. And by immersion, I mean long-term hearing loss. As for gun variety, there really isn't much to see in the beta, especially in terms of any crazy sawed-off minigun or comically large spoon or akimbo explosive shotguns. You used to have the rotary grenade launcher that's tied to a crime meter, which effectively works like this, right? If you achieve 100 life sentences, just a loot crate
You get
on
one
you
jail
to
out of
spread
three.
the good word more efficiently. And my brother in Christ, the word is bellowing louder than a white woman going, "Wow!" out a car window. Fuck you, sniper man!
Oh, that was satisfying.
Huh? Oh, welcome back to the Fleek Feud, everybody. Good answer. We are taking this over to Froazoid. Froazoid, name one more predatory practice that Payday 3 decided to include in their game. The de novo anti-tamper ultimate anti-piracy software that
Fucking Danu. Fucking.
can't be cracked,
Yeah.
but has been cracked repeatedly in less than a week of a game's release. Fucking over the modders and the players. Also, Cock and Balls Media can get their dinero back. But, come on, Pip. We see de novo anti-tamper.
Hey. What are the other top three? De Nuvo. Yeah,
We'll be
milking that
right back.
applause.
Alright, I got my shit twisted a little bit and did this out of order, so now let's talk about general gameplay feel. Something all of us expert Payday players always discuss is how annoying this stupid goddamn drill is and how this piece of shit constantly breaks and how we
Yeah,
wake
what are you
up
talking about? The
sometimes in
drill is
middle of the night
lovely.
hearing,
Who doesn't love the drill?
and we pace it around to get the thoughts out of our head. But we can't, you know, not really. Luckily, now the drill is gone, and now I'm confident, much like a crazy ex-girlfriend, she'll be back to fuck up my sleep as soon as I start getting
Smack her
happy
with some
again.
dollar
However,
bills.
I have more confidence in the Overkill Live Service Innovation Initiative to sell me the strength to find another way. Overall, I would describe this game as feeling like the heisters packed on maybe 20 pounds, so the earth comes at you really fucking quick. It's just enough to feel different, but at the same time, when I go back to Payday 2, it's not like I'm exactly clicking crackhead speeds over there either. The police are more spongy, but now they don't scale sponginess with the difficulty, so all that changes is accuracy count and how sharp they sharpen their bullets to be. And for me personally, I'll say that I will gladly make that change
too
with
bad.
the caveat that I can piss harder than this SIG hits whatever spawns in by the end of these heists. Now to rattle through a bunch of other changes, you can now grab dudes from behind, taser men can now bust, policemen can now blow out their backs and levitate, and riot
hell
shields
no.
can now turn and let you out there. Rump posterior when you throw a grenade.
Oh my.
I don't know what just came over me just then. I gotta stop drinking Bud Light. Also, cloakers now look more like sewer
God damn it, during the Bud Light controversy. He was just enamored by the fucking thick ass.
Goblins, which I think is a nice change. And they also come with a new noise that some people hate, but I think they did a bang-up job. Take a listen.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
And we are back with the feud. Rufus, name one predatory practice in Payday 3. Simon, if the cunt ain't there anymore to make bangers like Razor Mine, that isn't a predatory practice. That's just a warning. Try again. Don't you have to run it by the board? The fuck I do, Rufus. I know that shit's wrong. Try again. Neither of the founders nor the game directors that made this company and made Payday 2 are still at overkill, and in fact, factoring in layoffs and the actual turn of employees, we really have no reason to place our blind faith into overkill because they are not the same
That's a
overkill
shame.
that earned our loyalty. Oh, darn! That's just not what I fucking asked, is it? Bad answer! Bad answer! Cut the commercial break. Fleek Feud is brought to you in part by Flabachi Knives. They never go dull because they come in the box dull. Flabachi Knives. Now to continue.
They can't get any blunter.
Continue a thread from earlier, let's talk about the loud versus quiet dilemma and what replaced the drill, at least for this level. First off, loud. Because loud is the man's way to go. It's the natural choice for anyone with a nut in their sack. You think it's hard doing stealth with your jank privilege? Have you even tried loud? Do you even know what it's like? Do you even know the plight of the loud man? To take on the entire police department at
Goddamn
one
loud.
time? Well, if you're this chick, you know. But you don't know, motherfucker. Look
Oh, fucking running trains on Earth.
at me. Squeeze the trigger and see just how good it feels. Enemies stack up, snipers rain down, cloakers are beating down teammates, more enemies rappel down from the skies. Dozers
they still have the same sound for the cloaker?
Their obese Michael Myers looking ass. They really captured the chaos that makes you go, oh shit, how are we gonna make it out of this one, buddy? To which I respond, no. How are you gonna make it out of this one? I am the fastest mobility scooter on this side of the Mississippi. Editor's note on the official Fleek AI intelligence scale. I'm gonna rate
I'm
these
fast as
AI
fuck,
at
boy.
about a head trauma level because they're still pretty fucking retarded. Now, as for how you get to the money, instead of using the bunk-ass drill, you have to use thermite to burn a hole through the ceiling of the vault,
thermite.
then drop
Nice.
in, pick the door, disable the die packs on the money, and then haul it out. If you're playing solo, the Blue Man Group are splooging on 3 pallets. Nothing you can do about it. Simple as. Now, as for the stealth, you can ask me if I've ever completed a stealth mission, but never ask me how I complete my stealth missions. But because they really didn't give me much to work with in this beta, I will now tell you how I complete my stealth missions. The first rule of
Assassinating
stealth
everyone?
missions is no witnesses. Studies show the #1 cause of alarms being triggered is someone being alive enough to trigger them. So exercise indiscriminate problem solving. You will incur a small fee for this because typically the police prefer to handle jobs like this. But hey, you want to stealth or not, pimp? I'm just
You're
trying to help
literally
you
just
out.
gonna
On the
kill
bright
everyone
side,
in the
now, if
map.
someone joins your lobby and ruins your stealth run, you can ruin their life by pinning 10 homicides and 300,000 in cleanup fees on them, and they won't even discover that until they finish the mission 20 minutes from now. Passive aggression. It's fun. The second rule of stealth missions is never underestimate just how little of a shit people give about your microaggressions towards the collateral damage. Drop 2 civvies broad daylight in the parking lot.
Killing civvies.
Loud death rattle coming from the room over. Becky doesn't give a fuck. Drop 2 men in the lobby, then shatter the glass.
Becky's too busy getting fired.
Dropping the 2 outside. I got time to comb my hair and shit. Drop an officer directly next to this pantsuit power user. Ain't nothing's gonna break her stride on the way to get
Gee.
that last.
That is some terrible field of view for the NPCs. Holy fuck.
Bear claw. The third rule. Have fun out there, champ. Now, welcome back to the feud.
That's the top
Rufus.
3.
Read the answer we wrote for you. Actually, I was just thinking. No, you weren't, Rufus.
Don't think.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Get this motherfucker. Other team, please, you have a chance to steal. I'll ask again. Name another predatory practice in Payday 3.
They made it so that now you have to level up each individual weapon to get the attachments, which makes the
If
game
this
more
goes
grindy.
on-
Oh,
and
hell
eventually
no.
sell
What
weapon
to do to
kits
me,
from the
play a
store
pimp?
for the microtransaction currency.
Please, Jesus, I'm ready. That's it?
Yep.
Thank God. Making the game more grindy than selling shortcuts. As much as I hate
Oh,
you, Team
God.
Motherfleek wins it all. Good answer. By the way, the final answer was that you have to create an account for some random website you've never heard of in order to play this game, which hopefully isn't selling even more of my data to the Chinese, informing them even deeper on what I tug the Tonka truck to. Time will tell. Thanks for watching, Fleek Feud.
In the words of Max, or if they do decide to look at my computer, all they'll find is 50 pages of Waluigi hentai. Fucking Fleekazoid. Adding de novo to an always online game is like adding padlocks to security guard checkpoints. Goddamn. Now, next one. More Fleekazoid. Payday 3 hates people with no friend. Oh, yeah. Payday 2, the single player experience, yeah, was okay. It was doable. Far less enjoyable than with friends, but I guess they absolutely hate it if you're friendless. Let's see how badly.
Everybody asked me the question. They want to know what Fleek. I know he's gonna wild out. I know he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody want to know what I would do if I was wrong. I guess we'll never know. To my
okay, how bad was it?
I guess we'll
39% positive. Oh, so 61% in it. I hate that. Why are they trying to put a positive spin on the negative? No, you don't do that, Steam. Gabe, I know you're trying to be nice, but you've made your money. You don't need to be nice. Just keep doing Gabe things.
never know. To my Detroit.
Actually, on that note, what is Payday 3's fucking... It is at mixed with a 43% positive, so it's still a 57%. They crawled it back a little bit, but it's still very negative.
Tractors to the rats that fled the ship into the deniers. Payday 3 was doomed. Let me send you a can of dick so you can eat it. It would be a nice gameplay change up for you blind Payday 3 fans, considering all you've done is ride Overkill's dick all the way into the collective ass of everyone else that plays the goddamn game. Not that I don't respect dropping comments that say aged like milk when your game is 43% mostly negative. Scratch that. 30% mostly negative. Even the stream on the
30% mostly... Isn't that 30% mostly positive? What?
Steam page is broken. Their Twitter is like watching a nuclear meltdown. 1 second it's
English burger, Swedish meatball.
Hold on, what? Hi says we're currently seeing signs of an emerging issue with the matchmaking services. The team is investigating. Matchmaking services are recovering and players returning to the game. If you don't immediately gain access to a lobby, give it a few minutes. Recovery has halted and we have another drop in service. The team is working with... Dear God.
meltdown. 1 second it's
English burger, Swedish meat.
There's a lot... Hold on. For context, Overkill is Swedish. Do you get the joke? Okay, and once functionality...
It's burger, sauce to meatball.
then a hop and a skip later it's
Everyone in McKinney is dead.
We're now seeing all platforms out. God damn, Payday 3 was unstable at launch.
people on the Reddit are making fucking collages out of this. Boy, I wonder how one could avoid all these issues and get back at least 30% in ratings.
This sounds like a new opportunity.
Hang on, I've just had a vision! We make a mode in the game and wait for what happens next that does not require an internet connection nor a connection to the servers. We'll call it, and let's just workshop this because this is straight off the dome, we'll call it offline mode. But before we go deep, I'm gonna pre-check your bullshit TSA style. Try to come at me with your, well, Payday 2 had a bad launch as well, and I'll slap you. You sound like a Battlefield apologist right now, for Christ's sake.
You don't want to sound like that.
The only person that we let stomp all over us is Retard, and you will never be him. But yeah, your bag is clear. Enjoy your flight. And that leads me directly into the goddamn point. Payday 3 doesn't care about people with no friends.
Please call.
Whether it's by choice, by accident, or by court order, if you aren't dragging a soul to hell with you, this game is fully prepared to fuck you 10 ways to Sunday. Now, the first way this game makes you walk funny is the matchmaking. It's an incredibly innovative new way of matchmaking where it takes the longest amount of time possible to almost always leave your ass sad and alone. So if you're looking for single heisters in your area, I still think you'd have better odds on Tinder. Point number 2.
Oh, so it's not even that you can't play by yourself. It's if you're by yourself, you can't match with people. Oh, God. That is disgusting. Fuck no. Strongest bulldozer, weakest clone. Very true. What is this, Fleek? What is this?
Payday 3 has innovated on single-player gaming by introducing lag. With one mighty swing that nailed 150 pings into a solo experience, the Swedes have blessed all loners with an excuse for why we play like shit. This symbol's on my screen so goddamn much, I think it burned in. But at least now when I feel alone, I remember we're getting fucked by the thousands. Here's what the delay looks like.
Oh, hell no.
But hey, at least I should just be grateful
I beg your pardon? How could they fuck that up so hard?
that there are no disconnections, right? Right. True innovation, Overcock. Why'd you have to go and sign a deal with the devil? You know if there's one thing we can't trust, it's Austrian artists. Now, something I've heard from the Ministry of Truth the other day from some dick riders whom standards must have been heisted long ago, saying that I would just spend this entire video dogpiling on something that would be fixed in a week while ignoring all the positives. And to that I say, I didn't know this shitty AI was getting fixed next week.
Oh wow, you're saying the AI can get fixed?
Lordy, my mistake. I was just about to swap
Forgive
out
me
my
for my
teammates'
sins.
masks for helmets. I thought AI on AI violence could only benefit me when both parties were short on pro-me homies. Shit, next week,
Is that the new cloaker? God damn, that looks awful.
week you said? Oh fuck, let me circle this on the calendar then. I did not get the memo that we were adding in squad controls that have been around since 2003 to fix the fact that you can't even command your teammates to stand in a circle. It must have slipped my mind that they were going to make the useless AI cock-block cloakers every once in a while. How foolish was I not to know that they were patching in a soundtrack that isn't straight out of a copyright-free bargain bin. But until we get the big update
Wait,
next
so they
week,
took the
here's a
hard
quick
music
patch
out
to
of the
get you
game.
feeling right.
Campers on their ass.
There it is. Fuck yeah.
How far astray?
How they knew everyone loved the music in Payday 2. Why would they fucking go so unhard for it then? It's like they didn't even try.
From the truth, have I marched to not realize that they were bringing back regenning armor and discarding this anti-fun armor as a resource system, where you have no armor all the time and hide in corners waiting for ethos to come with their fart jars. And every time a rooftop Korean shoots at you, it takes out 10% of the match's entire armor supply. I thought that voice chat had just made like an F-35
Yeah, the rooftop
and
Koreans.
popped off into thin air. But I'm glad that you could assure me that next week, that baby's landing safely into Payday 3's romantical arms. God damn, what an update! And what a ditzy broad I am for not knowing that the leveling system is gonna return to rewarding you for how you want to play, rather than ramrodding you into hipfire headshotting polio victims from 50 meters away with a well rod so that you can get a couple cheap levels, then rewarding you with
Sorry, wait, what
0
was that?
meters away to play, rather than ramrodding you into hipfire headshotting polio victims from 50 meters away with a well rod so that you can get a couple cheap levels, then rewarding you with 0 XP after you spent 2 hours stealthing a bank on very hard because you didn't play the game the way the game wanted you to.
Wait, so they're literally punishing you for doing... Oh, fuck, right, because in the last video you were saying that every weapon needs to be upgraded manually. Like, each one has to be upgraded separately for the... So they've effectively made the game no longer stealth-based. It's purely go loud.
Play the game. This game is so particular with its challenges that I've aired out a whole fucking building and gotten 0 XP from it. And the game wouldn't just reward you for completion. What type of leveling system would that be, you silly fucking goose? Well, I guess we'll find out next week. What a week this is shaping up to be, though. I gotta say, though, on the real, what I'm looking forward to coming next week the most, if that's even a sentence, is when they announce SMGs will get the pen power to crack a human scalp right alongside a drum mag that lets me heave lead at the Scrub Daddy army for as long as I please. And don't worry, here are real-life bank robbers with drum mags to calm your realism-focused mind. Which is why I feel like such a goddamn doofus for allowing myself to forget that they're making the 50 cal 2 or 3 shot the dozer next week. Because when you shoot a dozer from 3 feet away with big dick 50 cal, and the only thing between the bullet and his face is a thin visor, the only question being asked should be, how many walls will the 50 cal clear through after it warms up by exploding his fucking cranium? And instead we get this.
Oh, wow.
Until next week. Oh boy, just a week.
Oh, boy. 1 week. 2020. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, brother. Ooh. Those negative reviews implies that this hasn't fucking happened. God damn, they need to get their shit together.
Week away. I didn't know that they were unfucking how far they've spread out their weapon unlocks, then adding in 20 more guns. I didn't know they were bringing back all the fun weapons and melee weapons. I didn't know that they were publicly denouncing and retracting their plans to add real-life currency for in-game item shop purchases. I didn't know Akimbo was coming back. I didn't know perks with substantial bonuses were coming back. I didn't know that they were making Pearl even more funny. What a riot she is.
Say something funny, Winnie. We can't wait.
Hello? Yeah. I think my pet ferret has escaped. He goes by the name Shithead. If
What?
you see him, just call that out.
Huh. Oh my god, that wasn't really all that funny. That's weird.
How
I
could
didn't
that think
know
that was
Bane
what?
was coming back because she will never be
Who wrote for this game? What?
him. You will never be him. Anyways, that's all I had. Gee willikers, how could I not have known that next week the endgame will be something more than $20 million skins that not even a CSGO box-addicted goblin would touch. And I did not even contemplate the thought that next week, the big week, they'll renovate their menu screens to have an ounce of personality, considering this is where 90% of players are hanging out right now. Listen, I could keep going.
I bet there's still no personality in
I
it.
wouldn't want to focus on the elephant in the room because they're all getting fixed next week. Let's talk about the positives. There is one build that is just fucking tremendous fun that they couldn't manage to get their grubby little realism-focused hands on, and that is the infinite ammo, bottomless mag, double shotgun destroyer build. This
Oh,
build
no,
will kill
did I
the
get
game so
Ben
hard that
Murphy?
you'll be loading thoughts and prayers into your gun by the end of it. Words would not do this build justice, so here's a screenshot, and here's the demonstration.
Go, murder, kill them all.
Listen, I stand by what I said about the gunplay in the last video, alright? This shit is tight. But if I'm going up against the Scrub Daddy army, all I'm gonna ask you for is a little drum mag, Almir. Come on. Bam. Drop a 100-round drum mag in my lap right now, and I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'll delete this video right goddamn now. I mean, it's all just complaining about stuff that's actually probably fixed by the time this video is coming out, so hey, you know what? To the guy that called me out, you got me now. You got me now. You got me now. Oh, you figured me out. You fucking nincome fucking poop. You figured me out. You got me red-handed. You got me red-handed. 2 out of 5. Rarely do you build a brand new house and already need a renovation. So set your timers to a year and get ready, pimps. I'm getting deja vu.
What was that?
And get ready, pimps. I'm getting deja vu.
Okay then. Legitimately, everyone said give us offline. The devs just laughed and said, "We know what you mean. It's our partner's fault, not ours." What? Let's have a look at the newest comments. 2 years later, Steam Charter's 24-hour peak for Payday 3. Oh, everyone's still playing Payday 2. Yeah, sounds about right. God damn. But next week. Now, it's been a year later. Is it still a dumpster fire? Abso-fucking-lutely, because it's a year since this video, and it still sucks.
Payday 3 was a certified dumpster fire. I made 2 videos on it, and I still didn't cover everything wrong with it. But one man had a vision. A vision for a world where every issue I had with Payday 3 was fixed by the very next week. A vision where Payday 2 players wouldn't judge Payday 3 by the contents of the game, but the character of its visionary roadmap that features things such as an unready button. Now, I didn't see his
I'm sorry, it didn't come with an unready button?
character of its visionary
Play again for... Again. 1, 2, and 3 were in Payday 2 from the start. These should just be basics. How is... Fuck's sake.
Roadmap that features things such as an unready button. Now, I didn't see his vision at the time, but do I see it now? A few days wiser than the last time we spoke, I'm here to ask, is it next week yet? Hell no, it isn't even tomorrow, pimp. Holy shit. I'll tell you how they're doing. They added an offline mode that doesn't function offline. And if you have no Wi-Fi at all, you can't even make it past the start screen. Figure that shit out, huh? But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Burn them with holy fire.
Let's go one by one. Number 1, praise Jesus and Swedish meatballs, the matchmaking got fixed. Now I can finally go back to ruining people's stealth runs.
I just can't wait for these guys to find out this isn't actually a stealth mission.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, which they're about to find out right now. There's the camera, there's the camera. Number 2, let's talk about the AI. I compliment the AI for improving because I went to take a shit in the middle of a heist and didn't die somehow. But after looking at the footage, I kind of realized that the enemy AI and the friendly AI are just equally special. You get what I'm saying, pimp? Sometimes I wander
How special
around
is special,
and
though?
stumble upon Dozer sitting his fat ass in the basement doing nothing. One last thing, still can't command my squad mate to stand in a goddamn circle. Number 3, turning a negative into a positive. The laggy servers we had on launch have now left with the player base. Now the game just crashes like a man with some goddamn dignity. And no, there's no rejoin feature, nor is it on the roadmap.
Oh, fuck. That is not okay. The dead player base should allow no fucking server lag, but instead you just oh, God.
But remember, this is the initial focus roadmap. Rejoin could easily be on the stretch goal roadmap, and as for voice chat, they don't know of such technology in Sweden. And now let's slow down for a second, because now I want to break out an entire problem this game has. These Swedes hate fun. Payday 3 is neither realistic nor a power fantasy, but instead a purgatory where everyone gets fucked. Their design philosophy is, that looks like a fun idea, Felix, scrap it! Where does this piss me off the most? The new guns. The DLC guns fall into 2 categories. Good ideas, bad execution. Bad ideas, worse execution. They were in such a hurry to get this marksman rifle that does SMG damage out there when we should have been slinging dual Uzis by Christmas.
Oh, fuck yeah. We need the dual wielding.
When we should have had an MG42 by Hanukkah. I should have been able to smack a bitch with...
We should have had the drum oh, wait, the spoon isn't in there?
The spoon by Easter. But here...
Oh, fuck off, game.
We are with the water gun for modern audiences. That being said, there are some good additions, but they took the balls out of every last one of them. They added an LMG with a 100-round mag, but then they balanced it with 6 body shots to kill. You take a one-shot revolver, you force a commercial break between shots so you can't unload like you could in Payday 2. They also cranked the spread while moving up to 1,000 so the bullets do a fucking U-turn out of the barrel. Now, does the fact that I'm hip-firing help anything? No, of course not. But what else am I gonna do with these boring perks? Run a hard scoping build? June's over, buddy. I'm not doing all that. And this isn't a DLC gun, but the 50 cal still fires disappointment and lies. And before you say, if you want all that, why don't you just go play Payday 2?
That's what I did.
We are. I'm just here for fun.
Hold on. How was it there?
Why don't you just go play Payday 2? I am. We are.
Yep. They can't get their shit together, so everyone's playing Payday 2.
I'm just here for fun. The hell else do I have to talk about? How the Horizon Zero Dawn show got canceled after the showrunners realized that not even they gave a fuck about that game? No thanks. Good. I've got $90 into this one. Like it or
don't worry. China fucking made a clone, and they'll probably make a show from that clone.
Or not, Starbreeze is my Swedish baby mama now, and I'm just popping in to see how everything's going. Now let me take a deja vu break for a second to say these 2 SMGs are a cock hair off, yet one can one-shot headshot and the other one hurts his feelings. Just bring back the numbers. Holy shit, despite common belief, Americans
funny
can't
numbers
count
go
up to
brr.
about 200. And while you're at it, I noticed fixing the armor system wasn't on the roadmap. Let's get that on there because no one likes this new Warzone armor plating system. And how do I know that people prefer the old armor system? Go into any match in Payday 3 and you're gonna notice that all of your teammates are wearing purple armor. Now what does this mean, Fleek? I'm gonna tell you, pimp. It means that they're all wearing the new kind of regenerating armor that's basically, much like the rest of this game, a shittier version of Payday 2. But as long as we're talking...
So I'm guessing there's no stoic. If there's no stoic, I don't care. I need to be a heavy alcoholic.
About new additions, Starbreeze decided, you know what people are gonna have a blast with? An enemy that hides somewhere on the map, spawning an infinite number of attack drones.
Oh,
and if you play Breakpoint, first of all, I'm sorry. And second of all, you know why this is a horrible idea. They're annoying as hell, man. That really is. So now let me get this
At least they're not bloody taser drones.
Great, I can't have a drum mag in my AK, but they can rip an infinite number of drones out of their prison wallet? Actually robbing a bank seems like it would be more fun than playing Payday 3 right about now. Jesus. But let's dial it back. It's been an intense 5 minutes of hate, and to be honest, I don't hate this game that much. I like many things about it.
Where did that audio just come from? Hold on. Where the fuck did that audio come from? Give me a sec. What the fuck are you doing open? Okay. That should have fixed it, hopefully. Let's go back 5.
Seems like it would be, but they can rip an infinite number of drones out of their prison wallet? Actually robbing a bank seems like it would be more fun than playing Payday 3 right about now. Jesus. But let's dial it back. It's been an intense 5 minutes of hate, and to be honest, I don't hate this game that much. I like many things about it. So let's change gears into the positive changes since launch. First of all, the leveling system is now based on completing missions rather than the challenges where you'd have to hip shot 3 werewolves on a blood moon during a hurricane while your wife is in labor with another man's child. So there you go, you guys are getting it. And they've also made 2 new maps and ported over 2 old ones from Payday 2, all on their own. Now, neither of those is the First World Bank, and neither of the new maps were a knockoff of the First World Bank, but they're trying. What is this scrappy upstart valued at? 474 million sex? That's gotta be a lot of real money. Good for them. Good for them, guys. I wish them well. And how could I forget? They also added a new perk line that lets you carry 2 bags at a time. That was a great idea.
2 whole bags at a time?
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I gotta snap back to reality here. On release, it was said...
Well, I mean, if they're allowing us to carry 2 bags at a time, fuck Payday 2. We must play Payday 3.
By fans of the new shit that it's okay Payday 3 is lacking on content because Payday 2 lacked content on launch as well. They'll just sell the rest of the game after launch and make it great just as Payday 2 did. So now that we're 10 months down the line, let's find out how the race is shaping up. In the first 10 months of Payday 3's release, they've added 8 new weapons and 2 new heists. In the first 10 months of Payday 2's release, they've added 19 weapons and 8 new heists. And I didn't track how many mass attachments or anything else because I don't care. The point is, Payday 3 is falling way behind in the finish your game race. They're giving a rather presidential performance. They've taken so long to deliver on their season pass that they've renamed the tiers from 6 month and a year to silver and gold. You guys might want to update that listing on
Yeah, they don't want to be stung by false advertising, huh?
Humble. And listen, I'm not gonna act like Payday 3 charging me for the rest of the game is new because Payday 2 did that shit first. I knew what this relationship was gonna be. I knew she was a gold digger all along. What I'm saying is...
Yeah, but we got to bully the shit out of the devs to put stuff we wanted in. That's the big difference. Whereas Payday 3, they just don't seem to give a fuck. They just like it being shit.
Is that I want Payday 3 to rob me of even more of my money even faster. I didn't think I'd have to ask a AA, AAA, whatever the hell A company to rob me in 2024. But shit, these are innovative times we live in, pimps. Starbreeze. If you're watching, baby, I've got an offer for you. Listen to me. For a measly $6 million, Sweet Pimp Inc. will advise you on how to repair this game's reputation. And here's a taste of the advice that you can expect. First, undo every last dumbass change your game designers thought was a good idea and realize that maybe wheels were just meant to be circles. Maybe regenerating armor is more fun than constantly rubbing my tits every 3 seconds. Maybe LMGs can go back to one-shotting bare chests and two-shotting light armor. Maybe we don't have to put a fucking intermission between the hand cannon shots. Maybe we can just shove all those drones back up that nerd's ass. Maybe the real vision of Payday 3 is just
very true, very fair.
64-bit engine. Maybe that's enough. Maybe. We'll stay by the phone
just
in case
maybe.
You call. Either way, I'm already $100 of bad decisions deep, so we're in this together now, Starbreeze. Like Thelma and Louise. Fleeking the fuck up. We're going to the edge of success, baby. I'll see you all next week. Trying to do big things, Viper, and you're getting fucked up by the same goddamn enemy. And if I get fucked up by him because oh fuck goddamn. Thanks to the flock of pimps for bankrolling.
Oh god. Still a dumpster fire, huh? Only a few more years until next week. Never forget the Payday 2 added giant spoon as a weapon. Never forget what they took from us. Yeah. The fact that they didn't put in some of the funny stuff is just a crime. They really need to fucking get off their asses and take a good, long, hard look at themselves. Now.
Yeah.
We moving on to what the king wanted us to watch. We're continuing our fucking literary who rabbit hole for how powerful is Azathoth. Oh, the big boy.
Azathoth. Yeah, but can he beat Goku though?
Fair.
As I was saying, Azathoth, the nuclear chaos, the demon sultan, and the blind idiot god. But is he big strong though? Of course he is. But that is something you and I already know. But we are here to find out is exactly how big his number is. How many Gokus is he worth? But before we talk about that, let me tell you a story. Oh, and by the way, this video is part of a series covering the Lovecraftian gods. I am assuming you have watched my previous videos. If you haven't, links in the description. Alright, story time. So, in the beginning, the other gods were born.
In the beginning.
How or why they were born, it is said that only Yog-Sothoth knows. The rest of us only know that they were born. Chief among the other gods was Azathoth, who exists at the center of all creation. Now, the other gods hunger incessantly, and since they are mindless, they cannot recognize friend from foe, so they are known to engage in cannibalism, and Azathoth is no exception. But since Azathoth is so much more powerful than the rest of the other gods, it is likely that he could eventually devour all of them if he is left unchecked, and so to prevent this, the amorphous flute players circle around him and began to play a song that would keep him sedated. It then became...
Wow, he's a multi-dimensional universal eater. And they're just singing to him to keep him in check. Okay then.
The job of others, mainly Nyarlathotep, to regularly feed Azathoth, until the day comes when Azathoth has received enough sacrifices that he can step into the physical realm, and then he will have his final banquet. And that's it, that's his story. Now let's talk about why he would take your favorite character's lunch money. So, Azathoth is the strongest of the other gods. In universe, Lovecraft gives him top dog status. Even Nyarlathotep is afraid of him. With this, we can right away bring back our friend the staircase, and Azathoth will go right here. But is that it? Is that all Azathoth has to offer? Just a couple of statements? Well, kinda actually. Azathoth is strong because he's said to be strong, but he doesn't really do much. However, there are still some minor things we can go over. For example, in the Dreamlands, there is this mountain called Engranek. At one side of this mountain, there is a valley of infinite size, and the other gods turn it into a sea of lava. This feat is credited to all of the other gods in...
Why though? What?
Size, and the other gods turn it into a sea of lava.
But why? Infinite size and go, you know what? Lava. God damn it.
This feat is credited to all of the other gods in general, but remember, Azathoth scales about the rest of the other gods, so he, by himself, should be capable of performing something greater than this. In addition, Azathoth is the only of the other gods that has destroyed a planet. This happens far into the future. At this point, humanity has been long gone. The only human alive is a time traveler dreamer. Regular humans living on Earth, there are none. And in fact, if there are any sentient creatures ruling the planet around this time, they are spider people. It is at this point when Nyarlathotep summons Azathoth into the...
Wait. Spider people, not crab people? Shame.
The physical realm, and Azathoth one-shots the planet. Unfortunately, we don't know what happens after. Does Azathoth goes around rampaging throughout the physical realm, or does he go back to the void because he didn't have enough gas in the tank to remain physical? We don't know. One thing is for certain, whatever fate awaits the physical realm, mankind won't be there to witness it. Also, since I mentioned the physical realm, let's bring back the map I made because I need to give it a small update. I should have done this since I talked about shop, but it kinda slipped my mind. At this point, we are pretty deep into Lovecraftian lore, so instead of using terms I made up, let's use the terms Lovecraft used. So the part of the map that I've been calling the physical realm, Lovecraft referred to that as the material sphere. And this part of the map, the multiverse, Lovecraft referred to that as the ordered universe. I know that referring to an entire multiverse as a universe can be confusing, but it is how it works. So let's make those changes real quick, and just so you know, I will use these terms from now on. If I ever talk about this part of the map again, I will call it the material sphere from now on. Hopefully it's not too confusing. Alright, now let's go back to Azathoth one shot.
I'm sorry, I'm about as brain dead as Azathoth. I did not catch any of that.
The Earth, because there's something else I have to say about that. Before Azathoth shows up on Earth, the gods of Earth appear and try to rescue the time-traveling dreamer, but as soon as Azathoth is summoned, the gods of Earth skedaddle, they run away, which shows that the gods of Earth are terrified of Azathoth. Now, going back to the powers of Azathoth, the music used to keep Azathoth asleep is not a joke. Let me give you some sense of scale. Nyarlathotep owns... how do I put this in a way that doesn't trigger the algorithm? Nyarlathotep owns non-paid servants, and these servants servants have trumpets. The sound from these trumpets can one-shot night guns. And now, the amorphous flute players are exponentially more powerful than the trumpeters of Nyarlathotep. And not only are the flute players more powerful, but the music of the flute players is exponentially stronger. And Azathoth is being blasted 24/7 by this really strong music produced by these really strong guys, and all it does is that it makes them sleepy. And finally, before I move on to something else, Azathoth...
Goddamn, the Cosby gang out there just keeping the Eldritch Horror eepy.
Is really big. In general, Lovecraft tends to compare the other gods with planets and stars, and that already makes Azathoth a really big guy.
For you.
But in addition, Azathoth is said to be boundless. Now, this can be taken as a reference to either his power or his size. If we take it as a reference to his size, this would make Azathoth infinite in size. Alright, that's it. That's all I have to say regarding the powers of Azathoth.
Oh no. He's got the fucking powers of war and expansion. Inflation. No.
Now let's talk about his weakness. What? Weakness, I hear you exclaim. That's right. See, from the very beginning, I've been purposely withholding a little piece of information from you because I was waiting until we got to this moment. The other gods have a weakness to light. It hurts them, and with enough of it, you can even kill them. This applies to all of them, even mighty Azathoth. And now that I said that, all Dragon Ball fans that care about power levels will unanimously cheer in glee and victoriously declare, yes, we did it!
Yes, he can beat Goku, but Tien is his natural enemy. Solar Flare!
Goku's ki naturally emits light. Goku would be walking kryptonite for the other gods. All Goku would have to do is just turn Super Saiyan, and all of the other gods would be atomized
just Tien Solar
Goku
Flare.
has a really big number. And to anyone who thinks that... No. Alright, now we can move on to the miscellaneous section. These are things that kinda have to do with Azathoth, but have nothing to do with his powers. Number one, Azathoth is actually not called Azathoth. In universe, the guy who wrote the Necronomicon called this entity Azathoth just to give it a name, but that is not his real name, and it is actually said that no one dares to say the real name of Azathoth. Number two, Lovecraft played with the idea that if you are aware of the other gods, they in turn become aware of you. That is a really cool idea, and it's the closest this setting gets to even being remotely spooky, but Lovecraft didn't fully commit to this premise. Even then, this mechanic should technically still apply. Number 3, Azathoth can speak, although it is said that he doesn't understand what he's saying. He is actually not the only one who does this. There is this creature called Orn. It can be argued this creature comes from the void, and although Orn can speak, he is actually just repeating what other people tell him to in exchange for food. The point I'm trying to make here is that even though Azathoth can talk, that does not mean he can think. Number 4, regarding his physical appearance, Azathoth is said to be amorphous, but he must have at least one mouth and one head. Number 5, the other gods, all of them in general,
Azathoth is just a fucking Kenku.
They all smell really bad. In fact, that's how you can tell they are...
He's the founder of the Kenkus.
Nearby, because apparently they all smell disgusting. Number 6, dogs absolutely hate the creatures from the void. In one story, one of the Migo lands on the roof of a house, and then a dog jumps on the roof of the house just so that it can attack this thing. Dogs go ballistic when they feel a creature from the void nearby. As for why this happens, unfortunately Lovecraft never explains it. Number 7, the music used to make Azathoth fall asleep is said to be older than the other gods themselves. And finally, number 8, the other gods used to gather in 2 specific locations. One of them was a mountain called Hatekla, and the other gods used to go there to dance. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect to learn about Azathoth's love for dancing when you click on this video now, did you? And that's it. That is absolutely everything I have to say regarding Azathoth. So now, we can finally address the eternal meme. Let's talk about the nonsensical notion that Azathoth dreams reality. A lot of people say this. I am here to inform you that this is not true. Lovecraft wrote almost 100 stories, and there isn't a single mention about Azathoth dreaming reality. You will not find a single line of text written by Lovecraft that states Azathoth dreams reality. If you ever see somebody saying that Azathoth dreams reality, please correct them. Please inform them that this is not true, and tell them that they can look it up for themselves. Alright, that would do it. We covered the big one. So that's it, right? We covered all of the Lovecraftian gods. We learned some stuff along the way, and now we can all go home and continue with our lives, right? Well, we still haven't talked about Yog-Sothoth. Does that mean that Yog-Sothoth is stronger than Azathoth? And to find the answer to that question, you will have to tune in next time
video,
on
Dragon Ball Z.
But the answer is yes, Yog-Sothoth is the strongest. Alright.
Ah! Interesting. Well, we'll save the strongest for next time. So move on to a bit of good old Aussie comedy. We'll start with Every Bottle-O Ever.
Yeah, mate, the Aussie Bottle-O, one of the only businesses in the world where you can drive the getaway car right up to the cash register. I mean, talk about convenience. No wonder we got one of these things on every corner in the country, mate.
Fucking thirsty camel on every corner.
Owning a bottle shop in Australia is like owning a fucking oxygen factory on the moon. I mean, we got some of the best athletes in the world, mate, when it comes to the mental gymnastics involved in paying $85 for a carton. I had a bloody Olympic gold medalist in the other day, mate, pulled up on some piece of unregistered machinery, grabbed a single can of hot 4X out the back, paid me with a handful of wet 50-cent coins, cracked it open in the shop and told me, don't worry, I only live one beer away. I'd have given it to him for free too, the poor bastard. We've been on the ropes ever since the government realised the only way you can get Australians to pay their taxes is if it's baked into the price of alcohol.
Yeah.
It's the perfect scam, really, but it was only work.
We've got the fucking what? Glass bottle tax. We've got an alcohol tax. We've got, I think like what, 70-80% of our price of alcohol is tax. Ugh.
On about half the population. The other half kept getting stuck out in the car park because they're too pissed to walk into the shop. That's why the Bottle-O's so genius, mate. Because as long as you can hold one of your eyes open and point, you can roll right through. I mean, we got a bloke who gets so pissed after work, he's got to astral project himself down here with what he wants written around his neck. Fuck knows how he does it, but he's our best customer, mate, so we don't ask any questions. How you going, mate? What can I get you?
Yeah, good. Just 600 beers, please.
Mate, you look about 13.
Yeah, get that a lot. Here's some ID.
Right, look, who's your favourite wiggle, mate?
I don't know, eh? Probably the yellow one.
Nah, fuck off, mate. Everyone knows Jeff's as sick as except you, because you grew up on the new Wiggles, and the new Wiggles fucking suck. So
yeah.
Come on, mate.
Come on.
Please?
What do you think? If you go around the back where there's no cameras, I'm going to magically appear with 600 beers?
Yes.
Twice the price.
There you go, mate. 600 beers.
Cheers, mate. What's the zero stand for?
That's how cold they're going to be once you bang them in the fridge, mate. About 0 degrees.
Zero alcohol.
Beauty. Thank you.
Yeah, smooth sailing, mate, ever since I opened up this place. I mean, you can't really fuck up a bottle, eh? As long as you've got the big 3 in stock, mate, you're laughing. Sure, the goon will take a few beers.
Methylated spirits, god fucking damn it.
On Thursdays, but you can plan around that with a bit of creative thinking. Beer's still my best seller, but mate, by far. And I'm saving a shitload.
Oh, I just realised what he was doing. He was taking the fucking
With a bit of creative
cheap-ass Gooner sacks and putting into the expensive stuff. Oh, you cheeky shit.
thinking. Beer's still my best seller, but mate, by far. And I'm saving a shitload on it, because I'm just buying old stock from the Philippines and changing the expiry dates myself.
Mate, it says these expire on the 80th of August 2037.
Oh, yep. That's actually a leap year, mate.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Obviously. 7,000.
Yeah, you got to stay on your toes in this gig, mate, because everyone's out to get you. Which is tough, because you've still got to be accommodating to some of your more eccentric customers, which for a bottle-o is about 90% of them. Bloke who cracked the shit 6 months ago and said he's never coming back, but roll.
Fucking little fat lamb. I see those
about
bottles.
90% of them. Bloke who cracked the shit 6 months ago and...
Yeah, there we go. Little fat lamb. Strawberry light. Oh, that's some good stuff.
Said he's never coming back, but rolls through every day like a spy plane looking at the prices. He's just a weird But if you spot a bloke walking into the shop with his own mop, you're about to get fucked. Next thing you know, there's a bottle on the floor, he's mopping it up, 30 seconds later he's out the front, wringing his mop out into a big cup. Had that happen to me several times, man. Hey, settle down, mate. Settle down. You're too late, mate. The till's empty, mate. I can do your Murph rewards. Listening ears. I can do your Murph rewards points.
How many?
6 or 7 million.
7.5.
I'll do you 8, mate.
Okay.
You got your card on you?
Yeah.
Is it on your
We've
phone?
got your ID.
Mate, I'll scan it.
Oh, face ID, mate. Hold up. Oh. Good one, mate. You got me again.
You see my
You're
face.
getting hurt,
Back on, mate.
You're getting hurt this. Oh, look.
I need to put it back on.
Look after the kids, all right? I'll see you next
copy
week.
that.
I'll see you next week.
Hooroo, mate. I gotta fucking sell this place.
Man.
What is the guy?
Fucking gone. Oh, members only. Oh wait, that's behind the scenes. Fucking every truck driver.
Yeah, without trucks, Australia stops, mate. It's true.
It really is. Our train network is a joke. We don't utilize fucking cargo ships well enough. So the only option is fucking trucks. Most of our country is landlocked because all of the cities are, besides the major cities, which are all on fucking ports, everyone is inland. So we have to use trucks. And god damn, when we almost ran out of that AdBlue, oh, that was a fucking disaster.
Society as we know it would collapse if we didn't have 100,000 blokes on meth driving 80-ton road trains around in the dark at 120 kilometres an hour. But it's
and
just
not stopping
enough,
at red
mate,
lights.
You know, we got a full-on truck driver shortage at the minute, which is why I signed up. You know, I thought it'd be me, Slim Dusty's greatest hits, and the road, mate. Not me, some cunt from the Department of Transport, some other cunt in the super cheap auto car park who wants his third radio check, and some little computer tracking me eyeballs to see if I'm falling asleep. The latter of which is actually pretty alright, because me and him have come to a bit of an agreement recently.
Oh, hey, what's going on here?
Oh, just relaxing after a long shift, mate. I just
You
got back
drinking?
to Perth, so.
Oh, yeah? That wouldn't be an open container of alcohol, would it?
It is, mate, but I'm just, like I said, just unwinding. Like, the vehicle's off. Got my second driver in the back here, and he's going to take over from me when he gets
There's
up.
not going to be anyone in the back.
No, mate, it's all right. Just make sure he's the one driving, all right?
Yeah, piece of piss.
Absolutely.
No, you're all good, mate.
Yeah.
Hooroo.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's true, mate. Size matters. It has to. Take size out of the equation and truck drivers are just drug addicts that sleep in their cars. Not a real good public image, you know, but tell them it's a really big car and that's all good, mate. They'll wear a shirt with your face on it and everything. Yeah, and the money's all right, mate, but you got to pull some stupid hours to get it, which is why I got this thing. Dash cam. Absolute fucking money printer. Serious.
Love them
Mount one of
dash
these
cams.
things up, mate, and follow a caravan around for 20 minutes, and suddenly the road will get too flat or too straight, and you'll careen off into a tree and explode. Terrible tragedy, but if you get that off the Dash Cams Australia, mate,
And if he doesn't, you can just give him a little love tap.
that's a carton of piss easy. Yeah, but some people are just out to get us, mate, you know? We've been getting harassed for years now by a group of domestic terrorists known as the Department of Transport. Biggest fucking scam artists in the country, mate. Why don't even stop anymore? I've blown through about 30 inspection stations in the last 3 weeks.
What
Gonna
are they
have to
gonna
deploy
do?
the spike strips on me, mate, if you want to get into my logbook. And I know what they're doing, mate. They're trying to get rid of us so they can replace us with these self-driving trucks. But you know how many industries we're taking with us, mate? Surveys would be gone. You think these corporations are surviving off your $8 V and 12 litres of 91? It's us, mate. Pulling up halfway across the driveway and pumping $1,000 worth of diesel straight onto the floor. Chuck it on the company card, champion, and while you're at it, go ahead and unlock the showers. I've got to introduce you poor bastards to the reality of a diet consisting entirely of chicken, salt and milk.
Oh.
Oh, here we fucking go.
It was on that day he fucking quit.
To bring your boyfriend this time,
Look,
did you?
mate.
Hey?
This was a new inspection, okay? You been drinking today?
Oh, that a couple. Look, I'm just
Little.
being honest, boys. Ask me anything, I'll be honest with you.
All right, mate. Well, how about this? Are you aware that it's a $7,500 fine to have an unsecured fire extinguisher on one of these vehicles?
No, I was not.
Yeah, plus on further inspection, I've seen that at least 17 of these bulbs are blown. It's the driver's responsibility to keep those safe, mate.
17.
Really?
They're not even there, mate.
You're joking? No, fuck.
I'm putting this vehicle out of service and I'll be issuing you with a fine. You got anything to say for yourself?
Oh, you know, you got to do what you got to. 180,000 smackers.
Oh,
Right, mate.
Yep, let that be a lesson to you.
hell no.
Fuck. Well, not to me. To whoever owns this truck, I mean, he'll be pissed. 180,000, that'd fucking shrivel you right up, that would. But anyway, have a good one, boys.
Better luck next time, boys.
What is the charge? Taking a meal?
Cheers for watching,
A
guys.
succulent Chinese meal. God damn it. Wait, was that a... Nice smiley face. Wait, roads... Wait, Dashcams Australia commented on it. Nice. Roads, trains doing 120k. You must be getting paid by the hour to be going that slick. Fucking hell. What next? A lot of members only videos there. Ah, fucking P-platers, yep. Every P-plater,
the Aussie P-plater.
they're all
A unique
fucking absolute menaces.
breed of vehicle-based domestic terrorist, created and funded entirely by
Yep.
Tracy Grimshaw for the express purpose of padding out a current affair episodes each week. Usually spotted 9 deep with a tenth in the boot of a $500 shitbox they've chopped the exhaust pipe off of, just trawling around the industrial district with a welded diff, doing fucking hieroglyphic paintings on the road in exchange for police defect stickers. And I'm sure they could get away with it too, but for some reason everyone's fallen into the trap of spending their last $500 on putting their name and birth year in big fluorescent letters on the back of their car. I mean, what the fuck are we even supposed to do with this information, you know? I mean, what's the mentality here? Oh, gotta make sure everyone knows the car that's holding up an entire fucking Woolworths car park being driven by a bloke named David, and he's an 04 baby. Who gives a fuck, mate? And
He was a 911 baby.
that's the thing, you know. 99% of the time, they're not doing anything particularly dangerous, you know. They're just being fucking annoying. But that last 1%, mate, that is home to some of the scariest shit you could possibly see on the road.
I give P-platers such a wide berth. Especially, oh god. The 2 levels of P's, I don't know why. The second level of P is almost more terrifying than the first. The first level of P's, all the people who fucking lose their licenses because they immediately start drinking. So when they don't get parents in the car anymore to watch them. But then, once they've been driving a year and get onto their second level of P's, fuck, they get so much more dangerous because they get complacent in their bad driving.
Well, this thing, check this bastard out, mate. The old vehicular manslaughter-mobile. Fishing rod holder that's never had a fishing rod in it, fucking ever. Mounted chest high on the bull bar in case he hits a pedestrian, he can immediately turn him into a fine red mist. But even then, mate, these guys are nothing compared to easily the most dangerous P-plater on the planet. Check this fucking thing out, mate. Dirty old 2009 Suzuki Swift with the completely fucking crumpled in rear end, which pairs nicely with the red P-plate and baby on board sticker. That's the fucking angel of death come to visit, mate, okay? As long as you're on the road at the same time this thing is, your life is in immediate danger. Seriously, I'd rather be in Afghanistan than stuck behind one of these fucking things that are around about. And I know, Murph, cut him some slack, mate. We're all P-platers once, and you're right, mate.
Yeah, we were all P-platers once. But I wasn't a P-plater when a car came through a fucking roundabout and T-boned me. And totaled my car. Fucking P-plater.
I was a P-plater, but unfortunately my Ps were spent driving a Holden Commodore. And as all Australians know, the Commodore has the unique trait of being an absolute fucking ballistic missile for RBTs. So unfortunately, my Ps did not last very long, which is actually why I'm here, mate. You know, today's the bloody day I get them back.
Again,
so got the logbook all filled out, you know, fully legit, of course. And now I'm just waiting for old mate to come out and give me the test. Oop.
Alright mate, seatbelts are on now. We'll be coming up to the end of this road, making a left turn. We'll start our first manoeuvre, okay?
Too easy.
Alright, so it's going to be a left up here.
Yep,
so
left?
it's just a left turn.
Or is he going right?
So left turn. Alright. Left, okay.
Where's he going?
Let me get a bloody large Hungry Tamers, please? What do you want, mate? You want a bird?
For people, context, Hungry Jack's is Australia's version of Burger King.
Bursties? Yeah, we'll get him a Bursties, I reckon. And it really is that easy, boys. Getting your P's in this country really is a piece of piss.
Hey, whoa. You think you passed, mate? We didn't do one single fucking manoeuvre, yeah? You just took me through a fucking drive-through.
Yeah, I got you a Bursties.
You think I'm going to let you on the road because you got me a fucking shit frozen Coke?
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, mate.
Got the Bursties in it.
Sour beads in it.
Mate, I'm fucking done with this, yeah? You're going to have to come back next week, all right? That's the fucking end of it.
And it really is that easy, guys. Now, if you don't mind, I've got some pretty major modifications I've got to do to this rig.
Mate, what am I talking about? This is my fucking car.
Yep.
Come on, fucking stop, dickhead. Fuck! Jesus. Yeah,
Happened again.
Yeah, it's happened again.
God damn it. I am so glad my model's covering something right now. What is that? Anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now, let's move on to how Bao got so horny, I guess.
I'm gonna get real for a second. I'm gonna get real. I'm gonna level with you guys for a second, okay?
Are you now?
Everything I say in the next like 30 seconds, I'm gonna let you know that I'm not even kidding, okay? Back in high school, when I started going through like hardcore puberty, like I was in the thick of it, I would literally skip school to like I would literally wake up early to like, and I'm not even kidding, like something was fucking wrong with me. It was like an addiction.
Oh no, she started the addiction.
I don't even know how that happens. I thought that shit only happened to guys, but like I had some crazy fucking hormones, dude. Like I was straight going through like fucking werewolf heat, okay? And like that's just like got in the way of my life at some point. Like during sleepovers, like where my friends came over and spent the night, I would fucking leave and then come back later. I'm so dead ass. I would be like, ad break. I'm so dead ass. And you know what? No, because I did eventually get heat suppressant pills, birth control, and like an anti-anxiety medicine and an antidepressant. I was nerfed ×3, and apparently that still wasn't enough to make me a normal person. Because like to this day, I still have like can routinely break my like record if I tried hard enough. Like my record is 13 times a day. I'm not even joking. Like a single
I beg your pardon?
a single session, I'm not even kidding. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. And like when I go through these bouts where like I'm just fucking touch starved, like something happens to me. Like
God damn, Belle.
It feels like a guy that has to start, I don't know, you know, like guys who have to go start boxing and shit, and they gotta, you know, they can't bust, you know, because if they let go of all that testosterone, it makes them weaker and they perform worse. Like that's what's happening to me. I feel like I'm that guy. I feel like I'm preparing for a boxing match that's just never gonna fucking come.
She needs to be bred.
Sorry.
You okay there, Belle?
I'm just looking for someone who can spar with me, you know, who can keep up with my footwork. Someone
I don't think anyone can keep up with 13 times.
And mayhaps a little furry and grabbles a little bit and comes out at the full moon. Anyone?
Goddamn, Belle.
I'm so drunk, it's crazy.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Belle. Let me explain. Nope. 13. I need a sparring partner, Bao. You don't need a partner, you need a goddamn team. Oof. Okay. Oh. Destroy All Humans 2, huh?
Destroy All Humans 2 is the best remake of 2022. Whereas other companies are making half-assed remakes of remasters that didn't need to exist, this game went back in time and turned this into
They did take out some of the good quests, though.
this, then only charged $40 on launch. And for those at home, that's almost half of this not a cash grab right here. Starting it off, let's talk about the combat. I mean, it's perfect. And I know some people may look down on this as simplistic because every engagement doesn't require 1,000 dodge rolls and 2,000 hits. And to that I say, goddamn right. Instead of worrying how you're gonna whittle down that one guy, you're worried about how you can get another airstrike to call in on this village. This is a sandbox game in its best form, fully destructible environment and all. Something that IGN just can't seem to understand. The enemies are supposed to be very easy to kill because the fun is derived not from the challenge, but from combining your creativity with the tools at hand to do whatever you want to do. And that's why they call this a sandbox game. Jesus. You know what? Just go back to watching She-Hulk twerk. I'm done. Next, and this is wild that we've come to this, you can actually unlock many cool skins for your character for free by just playing the game. God damn, this really is a game for the PS2. And speaking of shitty games from the current day, this game does a much better job of filling out the world and making it feel alive across multiple different maps than Saints Row did of filling out the singular, empty, bloated landscape of Albuquerque fucking New Mexico. They made the moon feel more lively than that deserted shell of a map. There are so much people walking around in the street, the roads are packed, people will be dancing on roofs or playing chess in the park, or hell, factions like the bikers will take on rival gangs like the entire US military right there in the streets on a whim, and all of it makes exploring the world that much more enticing. And I know those folks over there at IGN call this small and bare bones, but then again, I don't care because they also think that the ideal map design is walking 30 minutes through an empty open world between monotonous missions in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Speaking of things that IGN hates, the humor in this game is so good that they had to put a warning from the base department in the
Ugh, the fucking humor. It's crass and I love it.
beginning title credits.
You guys are nothing but a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, baby.
True, but alive pussies.
I can't even remember the last time I played a game that was funny, let alone funny enough to piss off the entire.
I'm surprised he didn't put in a bunch of clips of Krypton trying to fuck all the women.
Hive mind of
with his alien dick that he now has. Because apparently they lost their ability to breed. Now in this one, he's got his dick back.
Gaming journalists. If Saints Row 2022 is safe, then this right here is Southern Chicago.
How the hell do you breed in that thing?
Heroes in comparison to joy my wearing it gives to others.
Like you.
Gay and bi-curious men.
Some people may call this humor juvenile and want to clean it up and make it better for current year, but those people also think that a good joke in a game set in 1969 would involve cryptocurrency. Look, they even highlighted it. Dialogue in general shocked me by the fact that if you go down the wrong path, you can fail the mission. I'm so used to meaningless side roads that do nothing and go nowhere so they can slap something like make your own story on the box that when I actually failed because I just kept tearing into the commie cosmonauts, a big smile came across my face. This is dialogue choice.
I know, they let you fail for the meme of it.
And destroy all humans too.
You're a cosmic Joe. Who is spitting chicken? They're taking away your vodka.
For vodka.
This is dialogue choices in the Saints Row reboot.
Atticus Marshall, you are fired. Looks like you're all out of lawyers.
I don't have anything more than that to say. Speaking of attention to detail, let's talk about the character design. It's amazing. I mean, they really outdid themselves here. The character design is so good that I take every detour in the conversation just so I can fully appreciate the characters for as long as possible.
He's going to mention wanting to fuck her.
You see, this is what a $70 remake does to characters, and this is what this superior $40 remake does. Take my money. My only gripe with this game is the bugs, because I had crashing, people clipping into cars, people clipping underground, and one time I had a conversation where Natalia was staring at and talking directly to my loins the whole time. Hey, my eyes are up here,
Why are you complaining about that bug, huh?
Now these all need to be patched. However, bugs can be fixed. What can't be is horrendous game design, humor, and just a shitty Teletubbies remake of a story. Speaking of...
Why would you patch the bugs though? Those bugs are what make it even more endearing. Like some of the bugs that I found in that game, I I'm gonna have to pull some up.
Which, let's talk about the story in this game. Just because gameplay is the focus, that didn't keep them from making the story fun to follow and providing satisfying kill scenes to close out each chapter. But of course, building up to the payoff by bothering with elementary school shit like who, what, when, where, why, while injecting a nice dose of spy and alien movie parody so that you can feel like you're playing an Austin Powers game. And you may be thinking, wow, I mean, Fleek, that all sounds pretty standard. I agree. And yet the Saints Row reboot managed to fail at all of that on every single faction,
It really
while also
did.
failing at making any likable character like this game did. Hell, the villains are more likable than anyone in the Saints Row cast. And finally, the ending is based as hell. Listen, if you
Oh, is
didn't
it?
like the humor,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not gonna
it
like
is.
the ending because it is
He fucks her.
fantastic. Dare I say it's the perfect ending to the perfect comedy.
Whatever you say, my insatiable alien loves are.
I made a few adjustments.
Bye, bye, bye.
Oh yeah, because she died and he got her DNA and remade her. Hey, this is the bug that... Oh, wait, no, not edit. Oh, no, 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 no. Here we go. The tits are out of control. Now, why would you want to patch out this greatness? Huh? These tits are absolutely glorious. I'm going to fast forward a bit because I realized that if you walk in a very specific direction, the tits will always fucking freak out. Is it over? Yeah, here we go. So whenever I'm walking west, nothing happens. Anytime you walk east, your tits go nuts. Always east. There they go. Fuck, I love that game. You know, I'm sorry for the short stream tonight, but I think I'm going to call it there. I have to be up early tomorrow, so I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a fucking good one, guys. Ciao.